So we are walking toward a filming location. And I never thought growing up here that I lived in a Hollywood studio film set. One more block to go, and then we're going to be in front of the main scene, Up in the Air with George Clooney. There's a whole history to all of these buildings. So you're wondering, how do you YouTube on whatnot? Well, I've shown you the easy ways to do that in some of the past episodes. So go to my YouTube channel, Stay Home to Shop, all one word, common spelling. And that's where you're going to get a quick technical on how to do it. But here is the one disclaimer I'm going to tell you. The exact settings will always depend on your device. You're constantly getting updated. And now on the newer phone, they don't quite work so well. Just looking around my neighborhood, I realized like, oh my gosh, I was always surrounded by all this natural beauty and I never really took the time to appreciate it. That is probably the same with all of you. And you're connecting with your audience. Think about experiences and maybe different perspectives that you can show people that they're not going to be able to see anywhere else or any other way. So I live in St. Louis. St. Louis has a lot of different architectural styles, so it can look like anywhere USA with a little bit of set decorating. And so when they were shooting this movie, I was actually driving to my childhood home, and I thought it was so cute because I saw people like sprucing up an old church. And this church is literally across the street from where I used to catch the bus. So I used to catch the school bus, and I saw this church like every day for year after year, but I never really thought like, oh, if I was going to pick a church anywhere in the US, anywhere in the world, which one would I choose? I never really thought that this church would be like the star scene in a Hollywood film. And yet some location scout came and found it, and they were like, that's the one. So I'm going to show it to you. So we're within a block. Now, do you see that yellow house? Here's the funny thing. I was coming from the opposite direction when I realized they were actually using this as a filming site. And I saw people sprucing up the old church. And I thought, oh, that is so nice. You know, the congregations, they're getting together. They're, you know, cleaning the windows, putting on some nice decals and things. They're really making the outside of the building, you know, sprucing it up. And then as I get close to the corner that we're approaching, I saw this big white box truck where they have all the props and things stored. And they were putting fake snow on the house, the yellow house that we're passing right here. They were putting fake snow on the lawn. And I was like, oh, okay. So this isn't, you know, people fixing up the old church. I don't live in a state or a city that's known for its film productions. So this really was a special place that they found. So here it is. This is the church. This is the church in the main scene for Up in the Air. And this is where I used to stand and catch the school bus every day. And I saw that church every day. And so look at that. It actually, they did spruce it up a little bit since the movie even. There is a film flub where the church sign that you see there now is where I think they put like their temporary film sign, but then there used to be an older sign over kind of by that park bench area that got put into the background that wasn't supposed to be there. The shop is open from Thursdays to 9 to 2. Should we go inside and look? We might as well. I've never been here. And this is the kind of thing you can do on YouTube and whatnot that you're not going to be able to do any other way, even if you owned your own little thrift shop. I mean, how could you bring somebody this kind of experience? These are local book things, and it's kind of like take one, leave one. I usually take more than I leave, but I just wanted to see what's in here because you don't have to pay anything for these. And some of these are really cool, like the Female Persuasion. What is that? A novel. I might have to peruse that. But I have way too many books. Oh my gosh. One thing I'm also telling myself I need to do is, since I do so much seller support, I need to actually sell something. Okay, we're gonna check this out. I think this is actually where they filmed some of the wedding. How exciting. Oh my gosh. I love some of this stuff. Let's look at prices, if they have prices. Or is it just kind of like you do your own thing pricing? This is dangerous. This has a recipe on it. Ooh, look at this little T for one. Does anybody remember that? And these are the things that always get broken. So if you find a T for one that actually has its lid, how cute is that? I'm going to see if there's a marking. A little bit of Scotch tape there would probably be wonderful. So this is newer. Make the season bright. Okay, cool. And it's got little doilies. Okay, but again, we're inside of a film set location. So if you recognize anything. But I thought there was a red floor. They may have... I remember a lot of red. Oh, I'm going to go above and beyond. Look at that. Maybe that was it. How cool is that? So we got clothes. I'm just talking to all my friends on YouTube. Don't worry. It's only the entire internet. So, you right? Good. How are you? Oh, some of this looks so cute.
Everything's on that side.
Okay. And we've got jewelry. Okay. So the signal's okay, even though we're in the basement. I hope so. Somebody can confirm that. Okay, look here. Wait a second. I'm ready to open my own boutique. I'm joking. But how fun would that be? Oh my gosh, we got shoes. Let me look for prices. I don't know how the prices. Oh, here. Oh my gosh, you're not going to believe this. Are you ready? Shoes for $1, purses for $1, and belts for $1. Okay, I might just have to do some shopping. I am inside of a film location church. I did not even know that they had a discount shop, and I was just walking past. This is what I kind of remember from the movie Up in the Air. I thought it was red though, but this floor I remember. Very vintage. Let's see. These are so cute. I don't even know what these are. Glittery. Okay. Does anybody follow the Naked Maple? If somebody could tag I am not in Cali. I'm in St. Louis, Missouri. And if you rewatch this on YouTube, I go into the whole history of how this just popped up out of nowhere, became a film set location. I stumbled upon it years ago, but I recognized it in the movie because I had seen the outside of the building for decades. They actually have some pretty decent men's stuff, and it's like $1. It's seriously $1 for Tunica. Ooh, construction company. Has anybody ever done like a shop with me kind of scenario? I don't even know what I'm looking at because it's all so cool. But the Naked Maple does. She goes thrifting, and she just has like this laser vision where she can just see things out of the corner of her eye. And people want to buy them, and it's really cool. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know if I want to buy that. Yes, the Naked Maple, holy prices. Did somebody tag you? Or you just saw me? So the Naked Maple is another person who I'm going to tell you, if you go to my YouTube channel, Stay Home to Shop, one word, common spelling, I will sometimes just tag along when she does her in-store thrifting. Sometimes I'll say hello. Sometimes I'll just be in the background, but it is entertaining and people love to watch those videos. So she's just doing her own thing. Oh, I'm playing with this dress, by the way. She's just doing her own thing, but people want to see that. They really want to see what different parts of the country look like. I have never seen these prices, actually. I'm like, did somebody maybe move the period? Shouldn't that be like $10 or something? But again, it's you kind of have to know it's here. Oh, I love this purse. Now, it's always fun to see if there's something inside, right? It's ridiculous and overwhelming. It takes time to learn how to zoom in. Are you available to co-host for a second? Because you could tell me what to look for. That is another thing that we have available to us on Whatnot that is really, unique, and I just think we don't often use it enough to bring on some of the experts and some of the people who really know what we're looking at. I am so tempted to buy things. I put literally, I put $20 in my pocket just in case I needed something. You need to see everything. Exactly. Just like by the rack. Like why wouldn't I? And somebody who knows how to pick through this stuff, you'd find stuff for $1 and do whatever you're going to do with the rest. We're going to do that. I want to look at the suits though. I mean, I do know menswear and things. I just don't know a lot of casual brands. But this is actually a pretty nice suit. And then this, in case you didn't see what I was wearing today, this is the bottom of the laundry hamper. Here we go. There we go. Look, bottom of the laundry hamper. So anything on this rack would be a vast improvement. I really like this pink polo though. It's an Express. So wait a second. When did Express go out of business? Or they didn't? Did they? Oh, it's an XL. No, not quite there yet. Did they go out of business? Did they not go out of business? Oh, the Naked Maple says you're not decent, which is exactly why people like watching you on YouTube. That is the perfect look. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this. I would say handmade, correct? It's got a little bit of spotting. I wouldn't deal with that, but I would say that's handmade. Somebody took the time to actually knit that cover. Oh, and the tray. The tray is super cool. I think they're trying to keep around $1. Oh, it's actually, I don't know if this is handmade or what the deal is. Let's look. It's IKEA. I think the resin is handmade. Okay, so let's see if we can get the expert to opine here. We're bringing on the Naked Maple from wherever you are in the country. Okay, so if you don't want to tell us your location, you don't have to. But look at what I just stumbled upon. Isn't this cool? Oh, and they have free socks.
You can get 3 pairs free.
3 for free. How cool is that? Is this $1? Everything's $1. Everything's $1.
Oh, my friends are coming. I'm here.
So I should buy the tray, right?
Is it $1?
It's $1.
Everything's $1. It is $1.
She's trying to sell everything.
Buy the tray.
Buy the tray?
Buy all the things. It's $1.
Or buy a rack? Do you want to pick a rack? I have $20. So we could pick a rack and I could pack it up and send it to you or something.
Can you kick me off, co-host?
Yeah.
And then bring me back in the second link.
Okay. Let me do that. Okay, so sometimes the timing's going to be off by half a second. Let's go back to Maple. View profile. Okay, so we're trying this again.
Is it better?
It could be because we're underground too.
I'll just type in tab.
Yeah, we're underground, so. But this is where they shot a movie scene. George Clooney up in the air. I think this is the room with the wedding, or part of the wedding.
No, it's the other side, but it has the same floor.
The same floor?
And the other side.
Okay.
Bigger, open hall.
I gotcha.
All right, stay home. Pick me out.
It is the same thing, the sanctuary here. Just wanted to say hi. Oh, thanks. You're welcome.
Okay, so we lost the Naked Maple. I'll just have to fill in. But some of this is so cool. And you guys do this every Thursday?
Every Thursday from 9 until 2.
Okay. So how fun is this? So Maple wants to see all the things. And so this is like the stuff that on YouTube. Now, I don't know if I should disclose the location on YouTube. I might actually take that part off. Because sometimes people just flood in.
We get donations from just our local people, but we also have a lady that sells on Poshmark. She
See?
brings us her stuff.
And I don't necessarily sell this stuff, but I'm talking to people who do sell clothing on a site called Whatnot, which has an international reach.
Yeah.
So like I said, I can imagine somebody coming in and literally just buying a rack.
Well, we have people that buy quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, because this still has the tags on it. This was $44.90. If only I could squeeze into a little red dress size small. Scan slow and we can see like trinkets.
Well, you might be surprised.
Trinkets.
I don't think I wear a size small, but this blouse is a small.
Yeah, sometimes they label them, make us feel better.
I can wear a medium. I prefer a large. But
so when I think about trinkets, are we talking about clothing accessories? Or are we talking about
they're more like jewelry?
Jewelry. And they have a rack or a pegboard, I think.
On the pegboards out there.
Yeah.
But it could be like small little things like, like this could be a trinket or
right.
Little things.
Yeah.
Little stuff.
Little collectibles.
Stuff.
Oh, yeah. So I think we hit the right spot. People are saying yes. Any craft supplies? Probably. Anything can be a craft supply.
Today. Sometimes we do.
Yeah.
I don't think we have any left today.
Yeah.
Hi, how are you?
And I always have half-finished projects anyway, so. Baskets. This is so somebody was asking about selling fabric earlier in a different seller support show, and I suggested sell in other craft supplies. I know there is technically a sewing and fabric category, but I think that's more for people buying yardage. And if you already have cut remnants and stuff, usually that goes pretty well. Ooh, how many do we have? I wish we had 5, because I would, well, maybe I wouldn't use those, but anyway, I would need 5 if I was going to replace. And then this stuff is like very retro. Oh, this is plastic. This is plastic, so I don't think it's going to glow. But maybe it does. Okay, do you want to look at jewelry? Let's look at jewelry, because that is easy. That I could easily carry home. I can't believe I'm buying a tray. But for $1. And so this is all. They've got brooches and pins here. Oh, I like these. I like that. Yeah. I could just come here and do this. I mean, of course, it's only on Thursdays. But like, I don't have to think of like video topics if I just come and look at this stuff, right? Does this look guyish enough? What is that? But yeah, all these pieces of costume jewelry. It's amazing. Oh, sorry, did I drop that?
I don't know, but we're gonna hang it up.
Yeah, don't lose that. Oh, look at this. This is super cute. Okay, so if you guys want to do something similar and just put it on YouTube, there's 2 ways you can do it. One is you can use an iPhone. It has an integration. I've heard different things. Some people say that they stream, but then they can't see their videos there. There is a way to do it on an Android, and I talked through that a couple episodes ago. I will tell you, I've had problems doing that with this phone, and this is the newer, faster, more expensive phone than what I was using before. So I'm not 100% sure where we're at with the technology. But you can do it that way. The other way is you can go into your video receipts. You don't actually have to sell anything now, from what I've seen. You can look at your past shows and you can do it that way. And so I have examples on my YouTube channel of all the different ways you can do this. So that's kind of how you can compare. But the key is, we're constantly making video content, whether we think about it that way. And the real question is, what are you going to do with it? And I think the best thing you can do with it is share it with the world. I mean, look at these shoes. Oh my gosh. Some of these. Oh, what size is this? These look new, don't they? Do they look new? They look new. I don't know how to find a size on these though. But these are super cute. See, like everything I touch, I know somebody's gonna come buy it. That's kind of the number one rule of thrifting and yard sales. If you see something and you walk away, somebody will come back and buy it. Okay, but you guys went to see trinkets. Oh, I think I'm going to do my 3 free pair of socks. Let's see. Okay, these are cute. These are cute. And let's see. I want some like heavy bottom ones in case I don't actually want to put shoes on, but maybe I'll just do 2. I don't know. I feel like I could find a good home for some these. I'll do these. Okay. I am so glad the Naked Maple has updated me. The Whatnot website is glitching. You can't print a single label and they aren't showing up. This is a good thing to know. Because we do have to use Whatnot shipping, which is, when it works, it's beautiful. Basket, of course. Somebody's going to want that, right? And I don't have a place to put my socks. Oh, I was going to show you the doilies and stuff because I know people like that, right? The Naked Maple, we need to plan to do a joint show. We should probably just do one next week. And you can tell me what to buy, because your pricing formula, I don't think would work as well here since, these things are only $1. So doubling the price, I think is just kind of like not enough. But something like this is really pretty. Oh, the minimum is $5? Okay, cool. Well, I still think we should go more because some of this stuff I think is not as common. I don't know, but I don't know what I'm looking at. What else do I like? I was not going to buy anything. I was literally going to come in and just walk right back out. Valances. For some reason, I'm just drawn to this knickknack corner. Oh, this is a Hallmark album. Absolutely love vintage Hallmark. Taxes and fees do add up. Yes. And I was so this is how bad I am. I was thinking about how to say this politely, but Whatnot is a low price platform, but that means you kind of get what you pay for. So what you don't get is a lot of marketing. Although they do some marketing on Google, and that is not free. But as far as just generally, they don't do a lot of external marketing. And I think that that's another reason why it's important you guys watch these shows where I teach you how to YouTube on Whatnot, because for now, that is a very cost-effective way to get your brand out there. Otherwise, again, you're just kind of like stuck in Whatnot land and you never make it out into the bigger universe. And somebody will see this and say, oh, I really want to buy that doily or something 6 months later. And I'll be like, well, you're going to have to go get it yourself. Look at this recipe box, though. It's got all the cards and everything. It's in really good shape. The cobalt dishes. I have a little bit of a dinner fetish, a dinnerware fetish. But yeah, like a lot of this stuff is really cool. Some of it's worn though. Oh, and if you guys do want to do just housewares thrifting on YouTube, there is a set of brothers called the Thrifting Twins, and they just go to stores. They're not doing it as part of their selling. They sell, I think, on different platforms. I don't think they're on Whatnot, but they do that totally separate. They just show kind of the discovery process, and they know how to spot all this stuff. So if you want a crash course in, I know somebody just left to go watch them. So if you want a crash course in how to look for things, I've learned a lot from them. But see, they do a lot of glassware. And for me, glassware is a little, I don't know. It's hard to ship. But some people, like the Naked Maple, seem to do just fine with it. Okay, so we're going to do the socks, the basket, and I put the tray down. I hope somebody did not grab it. I want to buy it. But that's what happens when I put it down. Yeah, I think I put it like right here. So where did it go? Where did it go? I gotta find the tray. Are you gonna buy the tray?
I don't know.
Well, I am if you're not. I am if you're not. But if you want it, if you want it, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else I should buy?
I shouldn't be buying anything.
I know, I'm the same way. Okay, I asked nicely. So wait, first Thursday is half off?
Yeah, it's 50 cents. Everything's 50 cents.
How unbelievable.
Well, this is a mission shop.
Yeah. Still, it's a really good deal.
It is, but obviously we have anyone can shop.
Yeah. Okay, so
We don't let us shop.
I got my basket, my tray, and my free socks.
Okay, so it's $2.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry.
Pardon me.
So these are rings. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And I guess you need a big bag or anything like that? Or you
This
okay?
is fine, yeah.
Okay.
I just might not walk away with my money. I might spend it all while I'm standing here.
Oh, okay. I understand that.
Linda Romero, I will tell you, if you find a good source, sometimes you can get things very inexpensive and people will pay top dollar. You know, a lot of the stuff that I've sold on Whatnot, I don't necessarily source myself. It's stuff that gets given to me or I just happen to find it. Like this scarf here. Let me look at this. Okay, I think this is mass made, but it's really pretty. Any Turkish cotton towels I can see? I haven't seen a whole lot. I need to fold this, so I don't even know how you do this, Maple, like where you actually can shop and talk at the same time. Turkish towels would be like bath linens. I don't see a lot of them. There, I just re-merchandise that. There you go. Somebody will come and fold it back, but I think if you can see the colors, it's got a better chance of finding a new home. You're in your alter ego. Okay, so I was technically correct. The blocked off area, I think, is where they did the filming. Okay, so how fun is that? So that was fun. So we got to see a movie set and we got to do some shopping. We got some free stuff. There. Female persuasion. That's exactly what just happened to me. And this is how neighborhoods can really change. This whole area has become gentrified. And if you can kind of see those older buildings, a lot of those are just small independent businesses. They're not all stores, but the ones that will do well might last maybe 5 or 10 years. Sometimes they close, sometimes they outgrow the space. So there's somewhat of a frequent turnover. And I just think that's really cool because there's like all these new concepts that come into town. If you just go outside your homes, I don't know where you all live, but if you go out into the open world, sometimes you get a different perspective and you can show people different things. Would you believe this is where people wait for a bus? This is a bus park. They wait for a bus here. And just growing up here, I never thought anything of it. I never thought it was really special. Now I'm like, why do we have a park just to wait for the bus? Corner here, this little cafe I've never been into. But yeah, it's fun to get out and explore sometimes. And, the church, I think, is so nice to do that, discount pricing, but we know that is not real. You don't get these items for $1, even wholesale. So I'm going to put these down for a second. I'm just going to, so that's called the living room. It's like a coffee shop. I'll zoom in if you guys can't see it. This is in the St. Louis area. I'm not giving you my exact geo coordinates, but we're very close to the city line. And it has, do you see all the different architecture? Do you see that church compared to the one we were in? That one's a stone church. And this little building here used to be the city hall like 100 years ago. And that's why it's always been kept standing, whether or not there's been businesses there. So for a while, that was a little cafe. But yeah, like all these buildings have been repurposed and reimagined. Oh, does anybody remember B. Dalton Bookstore in the shopping malls? You're probably thinking of like yellow oak wood and, kind of like a 1980s version of Barnes and Noble. Does anybody remember B. Dalton? And Linda Romero, a little bit of paint. And anything can be made to look better. I mean, as a child, again, I don't remember it quite looking this way, but just a little bit of sprucing up is all that has happened. And it has definitely done some wonders. So this whole area down here is more trendy restaurants and sometimes boutiques. It seems like a lot of the boutiques have not lasted. And I don't know why, but these past years, But restaurants are always doing business. If anybody remembers the old B. Dalton bookstores in the shopping malls, that is the design firm, that is the design firm that redesigned them in the 1990s to make them more colorful and just gave it a totally different look, even though they stayed in the same spaces. So that is just like so awesome that they moved here. They haven't always been in this area. Let's see. So the other question that I get, Detroit has so many good places to go feature if you want to do like in-person appearances. And in fact, Bargain Block, if you're familiar, it was a couple of guys. I think they're married, and they would literally buy these really dilapidated properties and turn them into affordable housing. You could actually go to any one of their blocks and just do a quick little walk tour. It just depends on what you're selling, because some of us sell products. Other people, they use Whatnot more as a vehicle to promote their custom services. And I think it's fine either way. But, Whatnot is not for everyone. Obviously, they like us to sell things. And so if that's not necessarily your cup of tea, there are other streaming sites. But the thing about Whatnot is it has a worldwide reach, especially with tariffs. People are probably going to be doing more window shopping than they are real shopping, but they still want to see this stuff. So if you take it and you put it on YouTube, okay, so this is like a little fancy place that popped up. I don't know what it was before. That bowling alley has been there forever. And I think it's on the second floor, which is, again, kind of a strange thing for a bowling alley, but it has lasted. This Mexican place, I don't know if they just rebranded or renamed it, but it was a different name before. Oh, and actually, what time is it? We're getting close, because I am going to eventually have to turn back. But I'm going to show you, first of all, I'm going to show you the most picturesque alley you're ever going to see. But the important thing is, I'm going to show you a building that used to be a Woolworth. Does anybody know the history of Woolworths? It was kind of like the Walmart of the early 1900s. And now it's no more. But yeah, I'm going to actually show you a building that was a Woolworths. And the only reason I know that is because I saw, like, on the back of the brickwork, the Woolworth logo that was still painted. It hadn't been fully covered over. Okay, Strange Donuts is like a little cult. That's the blue building, little cult following. Okay, so we're coming up on the most picturesque, sorry for the noise, alleyway. Look at this. This is the alley. Are you ready? That's the alley. Should we walk down the alley? But this right here, the corner building, used to be a Woolworths. And let me see if I can still see the label scar. Okay, be careful. We're walking through the alley. Everybody is like, you little spoiled little brat. And it's like, but as a kid, I never thought there was anything special about it. It was just where I grew up. But on video, things can look really different and kind of amazing, right? Oh, I don't know. Where's the label scar? It was definitely that corner building. So there was some angle or something that I did see a Woolworths painted on it. Okay, but then there's all this parking that nobody ever knows about, but it seems like they figured it out now. Ooh, let's see. So yeah, Linda Romero, if you've got access to downtown locations in Detroit, again, that is something that is really unique, and you can bring people there and you can introduce them to a part of the world that they wouldn't ever be able to see. If there are local artisans and things, you could be helping them spread their their craft all over. And so, yeah. So this looks more alley-ish, but it's really a parking lot. Is it the next block? If it's the next block, I don't want to walk that far, but I think it's on this side. I will show you a really pretty alley that goes between the buildings. And who else? So what YouTube questions do you have? I am occasionally scanning the chat, and I know I missed some earlier because I was so enthralled with my thrift shopping. Okay, but, the True Value hardware store right there, that has like the prettiest alley. But let me see which side it's supposed to be on because it's been a while. I think it might be this side with the gas lamps. Well, they've actually made it into like a seating area, but it wasn't always. It used to just be an alley. And ooh, did I have a hot date here once? Yeah, these gas lanterns, how cool. They've been converted, but still. Okay, this is unfit for human occupancy. Don't go there. Yeah, all these patio seats did not exist. Please keep off the grass. Well, we've done a good job so far. I'm going to go on the other side and see what that one looks like. But yeah, I think that was the alley. Yeah, down here, not a lot. So yeah, so that's kind of the whole local. See, we've got our beautiful artwork. Local tour. This True Value has been here literally forever. Look at those floors. And I don't know what this is, but apparently that's been there a while too. So yeah, so with your YouTube, anything you're doing that involves video, if age appropriate, okay, all audience appropriate, but anything that you're doing that involves video, you can put out on social media. And in fact, if you want to sample little parts of this walking tour, technically the Whatnot user agreement allows you to do that. So anybody could be taking this walking tour and saying, hey, I'm going to show you a backstage movie set that's turned into a thrift shop. And that would be fine. And then with YouTube, the standard YouTube license does allow you to sample other people's works. I can't get into all the specifics because some of that does get a little legally, and I'm not a lawyer. But for the most part, you do have pretty good access where you don't necessarily always have to be on camera or even the person holding the camera. You know, with the internet, you've got access to the whole world, including these fabulous finds where my arm is about to fall off. So I'm in the St. Louis area. But yeah, this little neighborhood has been here more than 100 years. And some of the buildings and some of the architecture has lasted. And it's just been reimagined so many times that it's really cool. If we had more walking time, I would show you like a building that really did get an update, because like for decades, some of these buildings just never really got any love. And I was driving past one the other day that like really got dressed up. It's like some kind of a recording studio or something. And it really does look like, you would go to a recording studio just driving by. And before it was just kind of always grayed over. I'm really going to be, Woolworths. Here it is. I found it. I found the Woolworths. Do you see the loading dock? The loading dock, it says Woolworths. Okay, well now I'm not going to be so bothered. I found it. Now we're gonna walk this way. And, I didn't point these out, but there are these little boutique marketing and ad agencies. And I think they've had a little bit of hand in kind of reimagining some of these spots, because it's not really a lot of money. It's just a little bit of paint, some landscaping, and again, it's just that creativity, that imagination that a new generation brings. So we've got a hair salon there. Okay, so if you are wanting your own personal consultation, I did put those back in the bin. You basically get, I think it's 15 minutes, and it's after the show. If you want to book a time, you can ask me any questions privately, because I know sometimes people don't want to announce their business plan aloud, but I do work with a lot of different sellers, and some of them are just so amazing. I can talk about the projects that I've worked on that have gone public and they're okay with. There are several people who've used YouTube, even without a YouTube channel, to increase their business substantially. So one is Chicago Dawn. Chicago Dawn is a very successful beauty seller. And what she did, which is absolutely brilliant, is before she started selling on Whatnot, she put together a YouTube short saying that's what she was going to be doing. It went out maybe Thursday or Friday. Her first 2 shows were Saturday and Sunday. And by the following Monday, if I went on to Whatnot and I searched for Chicago, D-A-W-N, okay, like the dawn, D-A-W-N, it would take me to live beauty shows, even if she wasn't selling. So Google and Whatnot definitely got the message by having that video go out. And I thought that is so smart. Another thing, by the way, you can use these ideas. Another thing is Willow Sky, S-K-Y-E. She was having a lot of success and still is, but she was basically outgrowing her own capabilities. So she was going to bring on some family members to help her with her resale business. And because of that, she wanted to brand it differently than just herself. So she came up with Willow Sky, and she made a YouTube video about that. And that did really well, where it kind of anchored her new brand identity. Again, neither one of those two have an active YouTube channel. I can't say they don't have one, but they don't do like a lot of YouTube videos. But at any point, they absolutely can. Just flipping the switch and putting on some YouTube shorts even will definitely get views. For those of you who've been watching this whole, and thank you, I Love Discounts. I want you to add some YouTube content, please. And yes, you're allowed to even use a clip of this. I think I mispronounced your name again. Okay, this originally was a pharmacy. This is the design firm that redesigned B. Dalton bookstores when they were still in shopping malls. Okay, but I Love Discounts _com. That is your correct true name. And we're just walking back. Oh, look at that old school sign there. I don't know if you can see it. But yeah, you can use little snippets. Okay, I was going to give you a really good secret. And I forget where I was. I was talking about Willow Sky branding. Got loud there for a second. Then I was also talking about Chicago Dawn live. Go live on YouTube any way you can, even if it's not for a full show, because I'm going to tell you my observation, and I study YouTube. People who only do the shows themselves on YouTube, they don't get that much. They don't get that much love. Now, the integration with iPhones is meant to put your show on YouTube, so it's going to sound a little bit contradictory what I'm going to tell you. However, what people on YouTube typically want to see is the behind the scenes, or the part that you don't see on Whatnot. They kind of want that insider or alternate perspective which is actually a really good reason why I wanted to do this video exercise today, because people on YouTube will watch this. And I am not standing in front of a camera holding up items saying, does anybody want to bid on this? Which is your typical whatnot format. Now, it's not to say I wouldn't ever do that. Of course, I've done that. But, you know, this kind of thing can get even more views than my best-selling show. And it's funny because I have studied this and I've noticed that the people who attract the biggest whatnot audiences with lots of sales and lots of viewers, they themselves don't do very well if they just put their show on whatnot. However, if they give a different angle, a different perspective, a better explanation, something unique, that's exactly what draws viewers. And I have sampled other sellers' shows testing to see, okay, what is it? Like, is it the way the person looks? Is it how they talk? What is it? And it's just anything unique or unusual. That tends to be the common denominator. And with all of you, I've definitely seen a lot of your shows, and you have definitely got a distinctive style and personality, every one of you. So be proud of that and show it off on YouTube. Because again, once you get outside the world of whatnot, you've got the rest of the universe, and people want to buy stuff online. I mean, right now, people are buying a lot of stuff online. So don't go anywhere because we're going to raid somebody. But until the next time I see you, I hope you can stay home to shop. But since you're watching, don't go anywhere because I'm going to put this down next to this haunted lawn probably. And we are going to find somebody and just surprise someone. And let's see what we can do here. Okay. Ooh, RIP. I'm putting this right here. Okay, let's raid. We are going to raid into Junk Paper Scissors, and that is a perfect crafting show. So let's do that. This is your weekly seller support. I'm going to be telling you